I'm King Ross, you're a filthy mark, and it's that bastard time once again where I take the piss out of the wrestling promotion that my bosses run with the money out of their own pockets. But let's start with the elephant in the room, No Regrets, as its theme should have used Dappy's classic from 2K11 called No Regrets. If the hierarchy here at WCPW are going to persist with calling their pay-per-views after absolute barnstorming anthems, they're gonna have to start paying out for the actual tunes, or we're all just going to be left disappointed. And if we're all left disappointed, we're not going to be smiling. And if we're not going to be smiling, we're not going to be happy. Watch WWE do it better than Plumpy the Dog Nonce. They call their pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire. No doubt they will use the tune from 1957. Mark my words, they definitely will. Here are all the WTF moments from WCPW. And then it was just down to 2 dogs and 1 plumpy.
Wow, what a reception that was, and what an honour it is to be here in WPCW.
The first sentence that my dad, Stu Bennett, said live on WCPW, and he made an absolute hash of it. It's as almost as if he saw this show while he wasn't in WCPW and thought to himself, bugger me, I fancy a bit of that King Ross, my son. So I'm going to mess up as soon as I'm on camera, and he very well did just that. Almost Stu Alexander, Stu Bennett, whatever the hell your name is. I tried to say it in the wrong order, but I've made a mess of it myself. It's WCPW, not WPCW. Now I've got to say it feels wrong criticising my dad and fellow Highness Stu Bennett because he was absolutely bloody fantastic for most of the nights at No Regrets. He even caught his stick, which doesn't sound like too much of an impressive achievement, but believe me, it really is. He was very impressive all night long, apart from that start. Why, it was the drizzling shits. Yes, the sign that read, I still have no legs. Now, of course, I could just present this sign to you without comment, and that would do for the WTF moment. But as you know, I'm a crowd pleaser. I'm a fire starter, a twisted fire starter. And I love to give you marks value for money, even though this video is airing on YouTube for absolutely pissing free. So I'm here with a series of jokes that are just on the right side of inappropriate. So appropriate, completely appropriate. What do you call a man with no arms and no legs in a pond? Bob! What do you call a man with no arms or no legs in a pot? Stew! What do you call a man with no arms, no legs, no head, no torso? Dick! And probably bowels as well. Dick and bowels. What do you call a man with no arms and no legs in a pothole? Fill! Cause you fill the pothole! You love it!
Well, Zero Miedo means no fear in Spanish, and that is exactly what Banks just showed.
Yes, we have the moment where DBL Dave Bradshaw, lovely man, he's no bully, when my good pal DBL incorrectly translated Cero Miedo from Spanish into English. He claimed it means no fear, when of course, as we all know, Cero Miedo means zero fear. Two completely different things. You would have thought with Cero being zero, but with a C, it might have gave Dave a clue, but no, it bloody didn't.
Don't they eat dogs in Prince Amin's country?
Oh my God. Oh my God, yeah.
It's an attempt at mind games. Look, he's in there with Cody's wife.
And with that, Brandy Rhodes was impregnated by the Indian Dream. For those of you counting along at home, she took the total way up above the 140,000 mark. And just to think, the Indian Dream did it in front of a live studio audience of roughly 1,500, and none of them would have known what he did. The bloke's a bastard magician. Kudos to you, Indian Dream. She's not really pregnant, but he did shag her. Honest, he did.
That works for you, then that works for you. saw that one coming, huh?
Now, referee Sean McLaughlin bloody hates it when I bring up his refereeing in these videos, but I don't give a toss. Sean, low blow, pal. If that's not a low blow, then I'm by all means a f***ing dustman. Now, I should at this time state that my old man is indeed not a dustman, but Scotty Wainwright's now. He's a f***ing dustman.
It's turning off.
And everyone's singing. Come on, Stu.
Once again, referee Sean McLaughlin absolutely pissing hates it when I bring up his refereeing in these videos. But Sean, foreign object, pal. No, foreign object used to get an unfair advantage in a match, in a singles match with DQs and all that malarkey. No, if that's not a foreign object being used to get an unfair advantage, then my old man's a dustman. At this time, I should confirm that my old man is indeed not a dustman, but Scotty Wainwright.
Unfortunately, we do have some bad news. The scheduled match we were going to... Sorry, Stu, but we do. There was going to...
Gimmick infringement.
Joe Hendry, the wily veteran in this one, taking over once again.
So as you just heard there, the commentary team during that internet title triple threat match kept calling Joe Hendry the wily veteran. This is despite the fact that Joe Hendry debuted in the Graps after Gabriel Kidd. Gabriel Kidd, according to websites that I've looked at with my very own eyes, made his professional wrestling debut in July of 2013. Joe Hendry, October 2013. So surely that makes Gabriel Kidd more of a veteran, more of a wily veteran than Joe Hendry. No. If Gabriel Kidd's not more of a veteran than Joe Hendry is, then I have to say that my old man's a dustman. I just have to clarify it.
Cody countered it. Cody sends Hendry to the outside.
Now, the inside cradle, small package.
He got him! He got him! Gabriel Kidd wins! Gabriel Kidd wins! And a star is born!
We've got a new champion.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The end is not. 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 Gabriel Kidd won a pissing match in WCPW. We're absolutely fucked.
Well, I've wrestled Rey Mysterio 100 times, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I lost 99 of those, and the one I did win, I was incredibly lucky.
It was the night after WrestleMania 30, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, apart from Bad News Barrett kicking the out of Rey Mysterio live on WWE Raw. What are you talking about, Dad? You're underselling yourself a hell of a lot here. I watched that Raw after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, I watched that Raw after WrestleMania 30, and you absolutely kicked the living daylights out of Rey Mysterio. You won with a plumber. The crowd were even booing him while being 110% behind you. What are you gonna lie for, Dad? Now, if I beat the out of Rey Mysterio like my dad did, you'd be hearing about it for weeks. Even if I didn't beat the out of Rey Mysterio, you'd be hearing about it for weeks. Didn't you know that I once beat the out of Rey Mysterio? Now we're on to the big old bastard Rumble match that definitely wasn't called a Royal Rumble match. Maybe it was called a Regal Rumble match. No, I'm not going to go through all of the surprise entrants one by one because there was a fair few of them. Even you thick bastards should know when you were surprised to see somebody and when you thought to yourself, oh, he's been in a WCPW ring before.
If I'm coming out next, I'm bringing a chainsaw.
But we start with my dad and fellow highness Stu Bennett claiming that if he comes out next into the Rumble, he's bringing a chainsaw with him. Now then, Dad, if you're booked for merely commentary duties and bring a chainsaw along to work with you, serious questions have to be asked. Now, Dad, I am here to spearhead an intervention. I don't want you going around murdering people's heads off with a chainsaw. All right, Dad. Dad, why'd you never talk to us, Dad?
As we await the arrival of number 8.
Hey, you live by the sword, you die by the swords of Essex. Here comes Scotty Wainwright.
Well, not one of my favourite people in the world.
Now, those of you who watch No Regrets know exactly what happened here to my good friend Scotty. But if we use the song that was used then, Now, this video will make none of those cash monies, and God knows my bosses love those cash monies. Now, my reaction to this WTF moment, the WTF moment being, of course, Scotty's entrance, is just this. I'm boxy, see?
I'm also the king. What's this Ross guy playing at?
This is a very important downturn in the fortunes of all of the other men in this match.
Now forget about me, I'm not making myself a WTF moment, I am not some sort of dick. All I was doing was helping a pal who was inside a delivery cage wearing a monkey mask full of weapons. I was doing nothing out of the ordinary, honest. But we're back again with my dad, who, let's not forget, was excellent on the evening, but he questioned, what's this Ross guy doing? He's also the king. Oh, I don't know, Stu. Making all this shit work and getting it over AF. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Got a kiss on the cheek. The real star of this show is overlooked by management and all of you dirty, disgusting
Marks.
Every time that I come down to these little promotions like What Culture, once again being overlooked for the TV stars.
I am an ITV national television wrestling star.
How can you claim to be a TV star and then go on to claim that you're being overlooked for TV stars? I'm starting to think, Zach Gibson, that you're not in fact a TV star. In your Liverpool slums, you find a dead rat and you think it's a truth.
You've got your script in front of you, you know the rules, so you also know that I can't get eliminated while I'm out here taking the easy money with you.
He's got a point there. It's a very
There was an
smart man,
elimination in the ring. It looks like it was Liam Archer, I believe, was eliminated.
Matt! Striker! Who the f***'s Liam? I've never heard of a Liam in WCPW. Where have you plucked Liam from? What are you thinking about there? It's Lucas. There's never been a Liam appear in WCPW. Never ever. Not even a one with brown curly hair who's really good at the grabs, who I compare to Frank Lampard every pissing week on these videos, when they used to be weekly. But where the f*** have you got Liam from, you silly goose? Dog nons plumpy likes big sweaty men and dogs. Dog nons plumpy likes big sweaty men and dogs. Dog nons plumpy likes big sweaty men and dogs.
Referee, wake up! There is a man getting pinned. This referee, do your job.
Thanks, Dad, doing my job for me. Having a go at Sean McLaughlin when he bloody hates being in these videos, remember? I love you, Dad.
Adam Pacitti.
Now, I know I said I wasn't going to do every single surprise entrant, but look at the fucking state of Adam Pacitti there. Absolutely brilliant. Fun fact though, Pacitti burned his cock and balls along the ropes while he was getting eliminated. Imagine his cock and balls all red raw. Dog nons plumpy likes horny lucha libres. Dog nons plumpy likes horny lucha libres. Dog nons plumpy likes horny lucha libres. Yes, as you can see there, Cody Rhodes' name slid still claims that he's the WCPW Internet Champion, even though he clearly lost the WCPW Internet Championship early in the night. A thing that Sam the Shredder Driver, who puts together these name slids and then hoists them on the screen for you, didn't think was a possibility. You see, this is what happens when you have your mind blinkered when you think the Japanese Graps and Bullet Club, oh, you can't come in our club, you're not cool enough. That's what happens when you think Japanese Graps and things like the Bullet Club are the greatest thing to come along since Baby met her.
It's a future shock of his own to Drew Galloway.
What?
Drew Galloway. Drew Galloway, the champion, eliminated.
What happened?
Now, Sean, we're back again with your performance in the ring, pal. If you want to take this up with me, I'll have me dad sorted out for us. But the biggest moment of the night, apart from the result of the Royal Rumble, Drew Galloway losing his WCPW championship, was knocked over by you as you seemingly stopped short of counting a legitimate 3 count. Who knows? You might have actually done a legitimate 3 count, but the camera seemed to pick up you stopping short and not giving the match a good old f***ing slap for that 3rd count.
No, don't do that!
There's no time for this, not with a man like Joe Hendry.
Will he hit it? Will Kirby, for the first time ever, hit the Zoidberg elbow? Oh my God! Kirby, hit it! Martin Kirby is the WCPW champion!
The end is nigh! 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 9 years, roughly 800 matches, Martin Kirby has been trying to hit the Zoidberg elbow, and it finally happens at WCPW No Regrets. And also, to boot, he wins the WCPW Championship. But once again, coupled with Gabe winning, Martin Kirby hitting the Zoidberg elbow after trying for so bastard long, he legitimately has never hit it before, ever. Honestly, this isn't one of those shitty little kayfabe things where we rewrite history when we shouldn't be rewriting history altogether. Easy for me to say. And another WTF moment comes from the celebration that happened after the show went off the air. Now, my best friend, the Primate, he got Martin Kirby up on his shoulders, and as a little Ribbington, that's technical speak for joke. To joke on Martin Kirby, play a little joke on Martin Kirby. Primate started bouncing up and down with Kirby on his shoulders, causing Kirby's bollocks to squeeze into the shoulder blades of that big muscular gorilla. This Ribbington soon turned sour on old Primate though, as the rib blew up on his face, because upon having his bollocks squashed against some big muscular traps, Kirby went oof! Swung the belt down, that big bastard belt that's really heavy, a sharp edge. If you notice the sharp edges on the ribbons at the bottom, that caught Primate square on the heat. Primate bled his own blood. The Ribbington blew up and blotted straight in his beard. And he'll love me for telling you that, even though it wasn't even part of the show. I do what I want, mate.